and Luis Silva for those topics.
May it please the court, my name is Caleb Fonseca, and I represent Monkey Mastery Incorporated. This debate is about the contraception mandate in the Affordable Care Act, free exercise of religion, and corporations' rights under the First Amendment of the Constitution. We believe this law is unconstitutional because it infringes Monkey Mastery's rights to the free exercise of religion under the First Amendment of the Constitution. Monkey Mastery was started and owned by Billy Robinson. Billy and his family own 95% of the shares of that company. He makes his beliefs conspicuous to the public by showing it during the reality show that made him famous, Monkey Monarchy. They built their business on the key principles of Christianity, as expressed in their employee handbook. Furthermore, 20% of their profits even go to religious causes. The Affordable Care Act mandates that employers have to purchase insurance that covers contraception. See, this mandate was particularly in contrary to Billy Robinson's and Monkey Mastery's religious beliefs. In turn, Monkey Mastery refused to cover contraception coverage for their employees. Thus, the government insisted that Monkey Mastery cover contraception, and now Monkey Mastery has sued the government. The first question is, does Monkey Mastery have the rights to free exercise of religion? Now you see, this is a very straightforward issue because the court has already decided this in Citizens United. There is no difference between the free speech and the free exercise of religion because both concepts are about expressing one's beliefs. A company is made up of shareholders who are able to express, who can express their religion through their business as they do in their personal lives. Monkey Mastery is a family-owned company with just 60 employees, where 95% of the shares are held by the Robinsons themselves. Monkey Mastery, like the company in Stormins v. Selecki, is merely an instrument through which the Robinson family express their religious beliefs. Making money is not the sole purpose of Monkey Mastery. Instead, spreading the Christian gospel is the core mission of the corporation, as shown by them giving 20% of their profits to religious causes. Since Monkey Mastery clearly has religious rights under the First Amendment of the Constitution, the only real issue is whether the contraception mandate infringes on those rights. There are two circumstances where the government can restrict Monkey Mastery's free exercise of religion. The first circumstance is under the rational basis test. The rational basis test is when a law is generally applicable and neutral. When a law is generally applicable, it means it applies to everyone. The Affordable Care Act is not generally applicable because it only exempts employers that are both nonprofit and a religious organization. For example, a nonprofit Catholic hospital that is not purely a religious organization would still have to follow the contraception mandate, even though it's contrary to religious beliefs. The other requirement under the rational basis test is neutrality, which is a law with no bias that targets a specific group. The exemption for the nonprofit religious organization shows the bias in the law. The only reason to even put in an exemption for the law would be because the Congress knew that without an exemption, the law would substantially target religious groups. Congress saw this as a problem, but the solution wasn't adequate. The only thing that would have made this law neutral would be to exempt all corporations from religious views. Now, since the government can't proceed under the rational basis test and the law infringes on Monkey Mastery's free exercise of religion, the law must undergo strict scrutiny test. The strict scrutiny test has two prongs. The first prong is that a law must serve a compelling state interest. The second prong is that that law must be narrowly tailored to achieve that compelling state interest. There is no compelling state interest because this is the interest of essential measures. This isn't the interest of essential measures like national security, for example. This is about access to cheap insured birth control, which is the interest of lifestyle. Also, if this is such a compelling state interest, there wouldn't be an exemption in the first place for nonprofit religious organizations. This law is not nearly tailored because it is under-inclusive, because the exemption provides for nonprofit religious organizations. Again, Congress clearly knew this would be an issue with religious organizations, but by providing an exemption, employees from those organizations would not get birth control at all. Now, clearly, Monkey Mastery has religious rights under the First Amendment of the Constitution, as supported by Citizens United. The law is neither neutral or generally applicable, and thus must be viewed under the strict scrutiny test, which it fails. We hope that you rule in favor of Monkey Mastery, and support people's rights to express their religious beliefs, including in their respective businesses. Thank you.
May it please your honors, my name is Louis Silva and I represent the respondent. So the Affordable Care Act is a constitutionally valid use of the government's authority to regulate actions. It is unusual and a generally applicable law that does not fall under strict scrutiny and only needs to meet, and therefore already meets the rational basis standard. Monkey Massery is claiming that their right to free exercise and to religion is being infringed upon. But the court has already made it clear that the governing actions do not infringe upon those rights unless there's